one thing that truly differentiates Athenese-Dx from other diagnostic companies?
We don't develop products and sell them. We sell with the confidence. And as I said, we encourage people to take a complete ownership of the products. So this is one thing I feel which differentiate from other companies.
Hi, hello, and welcome to the Athenese Storytellers. The people behind the progress. Today, I'm Vaishnavi, here to present you this broadcast. At Athenese-Dx, we believe that the real progress in diagnostics happens when the curiosity meets discipline in an R&D lab. Excellence in R&D is not just a value, but it's a backbone of what we have built so far. Through this product, we bring forward the people who power our science, shape our products, and the innovations that will make a real-world impact. This is where the stories of people who are behind the progress. Today, we are delighted to welcome our Technical Director R&D, Dr. Arun. So, sir, can you please explain about how everything began? What is your professional experience and your R&D background?
Okay. First of all, thank you, Vaishnavi, for your wonderful introduction about Athenese-Dx and Athenese-Dx R&D. 2014, I joined in Athenese-Dx. So today, 12 years passed. So I put together my PhD experience and IVD experience and Athenese. So I have a 19 years of experience in the field of immunoassays, especially in lateral flow assays, rapid test, fluorescence immunoassay, ELISA, and molecular diagnostics. And I have a little experience in biochemistry as well.
Can you please explain about how the early years started, where it all began?
I joined in 2014 at Athenese-Dx. My PhD supervisor, Dr. Kaliach, who is also one of my mentors. So through him, I got an introduction with Dr. Bala Pandisar. So during that time, 2013-14, Dr. Bala Pandisar was seeking an facility to build the IVD company in India. So during that time, we had a discussion. So Dr. Pandisar was one of my second mentor, and during that conversation, he liked me very well. So later on, he told me that you will be getting interviewed by Dr. Catherine. So currently she is our CEO. So she came into India after a month. Then we had a kind of discussion and interview, and everything went well. Pandisar explained it's not easy to start a company. So now I'm realizing what he told 14 years ago. Now I'm realizing. So then later on, he gave me an offer. But before to that, I had an offer with another IVD company, one of the top IVD company in India during that period, 2013-14. Somehow I felt here the Pandisar discussion, I felt, okay, this is the place where I want to be. So my intuition told me. So it happened to White House. So now I feel.
Sometimes the gut feeling is what drives our career.
Correct.
So let's go a little bit far away from now. So what made you pursue a career in science?
Yeah. I am not a biology student. During my higher secondary education, I chose a computer science group because I hate biology, but because of the drawing. So I am poor in drawing. So after my higher secondary, somehow accidentally I joined to the DMLT course, lab technician. So this is also without interest I joined. I forcibly joined by the friends and relatives and families. But during the course of study, so I got very interested because it's real things we are checking, our body samples, plasma, serum, whole blood, urine. So these samples are used to assess the patient's clinical conditions. So it is more like kind of a personal things. It's not like something we are studying a different thing which is not relevant to our day-to-day life. So I got interest. That time, like they were telling biotechnology is the next big new thing. Like they were telling. So then since I got interested in this biology background, so I chose biotechnology background in my undergraduate and postgraduate. During my undergraduate studies, only I studied most of the higher secondary science books, and then the undergraduate studies and DMLT studies really helped me a lot. That is the foundation for my today's career. So that's how, like, from there, I got interested in my research.
That's very interesting, sir. So, was there a particular phase or an experience that made you pursue this?
Like I said, it's all about curiosity. So curiosity drives innovations. So with that patience only, like I started to pursue my career in the science.
So, very true, sir. So, what was your first role like? How did you adapt from DMLT to the first role?
Yeah. My first role in Athenese-Dx, I was asked to develop an assay, lateral flow assay. But I'm very naive, so I don't have an hands-on experience. And during that time, Dr. Pandisa and Dr. Catherine Madam, they helped me a lot. How to convert the basic science into the translational application product. So they sent me to their China facility and then later on to the US facility. So 5-6 times I have been there in China and got trained over there. So 2040, 50 every year, we visited and we shared our experience and they shared their experience. We exchanged ideas between the China group of R&D people as well as the US group of R&D people. So that's how we mutually benefited each other.
So building on that, what was your biggest challenge when you started with it?
The agile to do supporting, not just about execution. It's ability to build the facility. There's nothing there in the facility, like where 5 years it was an empty space. So we started building on facility with equipments, chemicals, and multiple setting. So everything was that took me and that lessons helped me a lot. Like how to start a company from zero to this level. So that was the biggest challenge, as well as it is the biggest opportunity for me to learn everything.
So that seems so tiring, sir. So how did it evolve, sir? So how did R&D evolve over these years?
Yeah. My early career, I was more focused into like assay optimization, self-remediation, development, validation. So all these steps. Then later, my role has evolved into the project management, cross-functional coordination, the production, QC, then one sales and marketing people. So later today, as a technical director, not just the product development, but our strategy development house, which helpful for the company's business value in sustainable growth.
So from that point in the industry, so how do you see what are major changes that you are seeing in the diagnostic over the years?
Over the years, I see like there is a more automation in more sensitive assays like layers, different layers, then homogeneous strain, fluorescence and assay, and molecular diagnostics, starting with conventional PCR with the NGS and just these are the biggest advances over the years can be a lot. And from the regulator side also, it has become more stringent in there are more documentation validation was needed, what is required now. The customer point of view, laboratory process are seeking less turnaround time with the precise vessels as well as artificial solution. And these are the major development I see.
Thinking about that road ahead, sir. So how do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I was not thinking about only my designation. But so, in fact, to develop strong teams, they build a strong capabilities. I would like to see myself a key role to positioning our company into a scientific excellence.
That's great. So, extending on that thought, how do you personally view the future of INA?
Future of IVD requires more automation and more data integrity, and then high-sensitivity assays, the trial, convergence assay, point of care assays. It should be around future and evolving safe.
So, now focusing on Athenese-Dx, what does the organization truly demonstrate in terms of excellence in INA?
Everything, say, from beginning itself, we do systematic optimization and then risk assessment. Everything we started from the base. So before we releasing, we do thorough validation. Then we release it.
One thing that truly differentiates Athenese-Dx from other diagnostic companies.
We don't develop products and sell them. So we sell with the confidence. And we encourage people to take a complete ownership of the products. So this is one thing I feel which differentiate from other companies.
A biggest challenge in R&D today in this diagnostic field?
Biggest challenge nowadays, like customers and laboratory peoples, they are asking less turnaround assays with cost effectives. That is one of the biggest challenge. So as an R&D persons, you cannot only develop a product. That product has to be viable for selling to the markets. So means like we have to develop a cost efficient product. So that is without compromising the quality. So that is the biggest challenge.
Yes, sir. So one word that describes your professional journey.
My journey so far, from young researcher to as a technical director, I have grown with the company, along with the company from 2014 to till date. As company evolved, I am also growing with more strategically, indirectly contributing to the company's business value.
Okay, sir. So before we wrap up, what will be one message that you give for the young world, young researchers like us?
Young researchers should work together, because R&D is not an individual work. R&D works has to be communicated now and then to the internal team, sales and marketing team, production, QA, RA. So they have to work together and bring a good product.
To the larger diagnostic community, what is the message you leave them?
They have to understand the customer pain point and requirement. So with that, if they start developing any assay or product, that will be definitely successful.
Okay. So today, listening to your journey, one thing becomes very clear, that curiosity, discipline, and little bit of patience, I think, has deep roots in R&D. At Athenese-Dx, our excellence is not just our backbone, but it's what we build in. So thank you, Dr. Arun, for being with us today and explaining about your journey.
Okay. Thank you, Vaishnavi, for your wonderful questions.
Stay tuned for more episodes of Athenese Storytellers. This is me, Vaishnavi, signing off.